Okay, so this problem, you don't necessarily have to do any calculating. You could just do it in your head. Mia thinks she has an answer. What do you think? You think it's B? Is that what you think? Anybody else have a thought? Cameron? You think it's B? Okay, so it says Jackie has 2 summer jobs. She works as a tutor, and they tell you down here, X is the number of hours she tutors. So X is the tutor hours, and that pays $12. So that's going to be 12X for your tutoring. Lifeguard is Y. So when you get the 950 in there, it's going to be 950Y. So that tells us right away, well, they already give us that, so that doesn't help us much. But the key is she can work no more than 20 hours per week. That means less than or equal to 20, right? So her total hours are either going to be this one or this one, because the second line here represents the total hours. It has to be less than or equal to 20, because she can't work any more than 20. And then she wants to earn at least, well, at least means that amount or more. So between B and C, then, we see that this represents at least. So your answer is not B. Your answer is C. Yay. Okay? Are there any questions on the homework? Anything you want me to go over before I do the lesson? Okay. So I feel like the next lesson is really a combination of the last 2 lessons put into one. The first lesson we did was graphing inequalities, and then we did solving systems of equations. So now we're going to take the inequality part and the system part, and we're going to graph systems of inequalities. So it's really not a lot different. It's just we're doing more things on one graph. But it's very similar. That's why I went ahead and put it in. I went ahead and skipped 3.1 and 3.2, and I jumped to 3.3, and we'll come back to the others, because I thought it all fit together better. So I have like 6 problems, and I'll let you guys work. Okay. So it says graph both of these inequalities on the same graph paper. Before, you were given one inequality, and you had to graph it. Now they're giving you a system of inequalities, 2 or more, and you have to graph them both on here and figure out the solution of both of them. Okay, does that make sense? Sort of. Okay, so how do you want to tackle graphing this first inequality? Slope-intercept form, I get you. So what do I do? Joel? How do I get this in slope-intercept form? Yeah, I'm going to erase this. Okay. So subtract 2x, and I have negative y is greater than or equal to negative 2x minus 3. JJ, am I finished, or do I need to do one more step? What do I need to do? Divide by negative 1, and when you divide by a negative, you must do what with the inequality? Reverse it. And then this is going to become 2x. Sorry. So this is my purple, I'm going to call it my purple inequality. So I'm just going to graph it. All this should be familiar. Nothing's really new yet. Go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. I'm going to keep doing it over here. And I'm going to have a line. Is it going to be dotted or solid? Solid. So hopefully that's pretty good.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Emily. And the last step is to color it on whichever side we want. Or not whichever we want, whichever side you're supposed to color. So what color do you want to color it? Purple?
Blue.
Oh, this is where it gets really pretty when we start doing these. So you'll see. So well, I'll do purple, then I'll do blue.
Okay.
Okay. So do I go below the line, or do I color above the line? Below, because it's less than. So I'm going to color right here. Isn't that beautiful? And of course, you can test a point if you want to double check if you're not certain. But I feel I'm pretty confident about this. Nobody disagreed with me, right? Okay. Are we all good?
Good job.
Okay. Now let's go on. Is it unsatisfying because I have something missed here?
No.
No.
It's fine.
Yes. There's a few little.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Emily says we're good.
Well, I don't have contacts in, so it's beautiful.
Okay. The next one is this one. Is there anything I need to do to get ready to graph the next inequality? No. So let's go ahead and do our y-intercept, which is 1. Then I'm going to go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2.
Wait,
It's hard to see.
Like where both of them are shaded and it's like
Yes.
a certain point or something?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be multiple points. I'll show you just a minute. Oh, wait. What did I do? Up 1. I did. Sorry. Up 1 over 2. There we go. All right, I'm going to make a dotted or solid line this time. Solid.
On the quiz that we have on this,
Yes.
you have to do it at home.
That would be awesome, but no, you don't have to.
Oh, so
I
like
would love it if you
darker
did.
and then lighter.
I have colored pencils. I have a class set of colored pencils, so that actually might make you do that so I can see them better. And that way, if you messed up, you can still erase. Okay, so where do I color this? I'll let you know. I'll let you know. What?
You can erase colored pencil.
Well, sort of. Not great.
Not very well.
So does this go, am I going to shade this above or below?
Above.
Yeah, because it's greater than, right? And you said to use blue?
Yes.
Okay, here it goes. What happens when we combine purple and blue?
It makes orange. Yes.
We will see. Okay.
Alejandro. Is that right?
No.
Did it?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
it's not that
It's not right.
What is it? Alejandro.
Y'all just saying na 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 na. Anaranjado.
I love that Dee's during this whole conversation.
Yes.
Beautiful.
My screen froze, so hang on a second. Oh yeah, she can hear all that.
Oh, hi Dee. I didn't know you were recording.
Okay, so what is the solution, or what do you think represents the solution of the graph though? It's not all of this is the solution. What's the solution?
The blue.
Which blue?
The dark blue.
The dark blue, because this is where both of the inequalities are true. So for example, if I take a point, although they're hard to see, let's pick 2, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, 2, 2 is inside this blue. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's like about right there. Okay. Does that not look right?
Sure.
That's close. If I go back up here and I put 2, 2 into my inequalities, it should make 2 true statements. So the first one, 2 times 2 minus 2 should be greater than or equal to -3. Is 2 greater than or equal to -3? Yes. And then I'll try it with this one. 2 should be greater than or equal to -1 times 2 plus 1. What is that?
Negative.
-2.
I did have
-1.
-1 plus 1. So yes, that's a true statement. So that confirms that the overlap is correct. So not so bad, right?
What's 0 in Spanish?
Cero.
Oh, you were
Yes.
close. Whoa.
I'm going to skip on.
Set.
Okay, so now let's graph this one. How is this one different than the one we just did? It's absolute value. So on this one, you're going to graph a line and an absolute value. So we're going to graph the line first. Is this a horizontal line or a vertical line? Which is it? That means that at 3, you go through the y at 3. So I'm going to graph that one first. That one's the easiest. You don't even need to put a point. You just need to go like that. So where do I shade? Do I shade above or below that line?
It's not an actual one.
Where do I shade, guys?
Below.
Ooh, use yellow.
I'm going to use yellow, but it's freezing again.
Oh, that's the fun part.
Hang on just a minute. Sorry, Dee. The computer keeps freezing on us.
Sorry. Guess who just said that, Dee?
Not Emily.
Not Emily.
Okay. So I'm going to do yellow. I'm trying to make it really neat. Okay.
Maybe not this, but
Yeah, let's work out.
we're going slow.
This one looks much better than the last one.
Yeah.
What is it called? That art.
I want to spell it. That word is so funny to me.
All right.
Isn't that the brother's name in the cruise song?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have thought.
The chunky one?
Huh?
Oh,
Do it
the
again.
chunky one?
Yeah. The song.
You would have thought.
Oh, there it goes. It takes about 3 seconds in it.
It looks like SpongeBob.
All right, so the absolute value one, what is that one going to look like?
The right one.
The right one. And what's my slope going to be?
1.
Yeah, so it's just going to be, is it dotted or solid? Wow, I thought I would do a solid or a dotted one. Something. Oh, I can't erase though, because it'll mess it up.
You can just hit the backspace.
Oh, yeah.
I.
Oh, but it's on the recording thing, so I'm going to mess it up. Okay, so this is a little bit sloppy. It's supposed to be a straight line. Okay.
It still looks good.
It's all right.
Just
So-
looks like you sneeze.
What?
Achoo! So do I color the top or the bottom of the V?
Top.
Okay, so I color above on the V.
Do
Green.
That was weird.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yellow and blue make green, but yellow and green just make another green,
Oh yeah, yellow and blue.
I think.
But don't do purple. Cause I don't like LSU. Just kidding.
Oh, it didn't make it that green then.
No, that's green.
That's kind of green. Yeah.
That's very green.
That's like Elena's yard green.
Elena?
No, Elena. She has perfect names.
So please don't do these assignments on lined paper. Do them on graph paper so that it's really well done. Okay? So what is my solution? Where's my solution at?
Right there.
On the green. So the green triangle.
It was safe right there.
I'm gonna keep. I feel like you guys get that, right? Do we need to
Yes.
keep doing any more?
They're fun.
They are fun, but we have to know how to do
But
something.
I want to shade it on the.
So
You can shade this
I
one,
have a
Emily.
story problem.
You can shade this one. And?
So we're going to do a story problem now with the graphing. You're going to write 2 inequalities, or 3 or 4, but I think just 2. There are some problems in there with more than 2 inequalities. And then when you shade them, the overlap's going to be your solution. So we're going to talk about pizza. A pizza parlor charges $1 for each vegetable topping and $2 for each meat topping. You want at least 5 toppings on your pizza. You have $10 to spend on toppings. How many of each type of topping can you get on your pizza? So the first thing we want to do is define our X and define our Y. Okay? So what do we want to make vegetable and what do we want to make meat? Yes. Usually I just do the first one for X and the second one for Y.
Veggies.
Oh, I could have put veggies. You're right. Sorry. Meat. Okay, so what is one inequality? Taylor, see if you can give me one inequality that relates the vegetables and the meats based on my restrictions here. Okay, because it says here you want at least 5 toppings. So the number of vegetable toppings plus the number of meat toppings is going to be greater than or equal to 5. So that's one of your inequalities. What would be another one? Plus 2y, because it's $1 for each vegetable, $2 for each meat, and then what did you say? I missed the last part. Yeah, you only have $10, so you can't spend more than 10. It's got to be 10 or less.
Why is that
I
an
assume we're not
X?
talking about tax, huh?
Why is that an X?
I don't know. I have no idea. There we
It
go.
wasn't, why did you flip it? There's an X. There's an X.
Okay, so we're going to graph these. I would probably graph these using x and y intercepts, but you guys would probably like to rewrite them, right? Okie dokie. So this one is going to be y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 5. That's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did that make sense what I just did?
Yep.
Down 1 over 1. Right?
I think there's a skew.
Nice view.
Look,
I think it's
oh, I got bit. I think it's
Okay. This is going to be solid, so I have to actually connect them. Oh, time out though. What am I doing that I don't need to be doing right now? This is a real life situation. Am I going to have negative toppings? I am going to have negative toppings. Well, it looks like I am, but I really only need to be in the positive section right here. But when I color it, I won't color. I'll just color the positive. Okay, so on this part, I'm going to subtract x, on both sides. And I get 2y is less than or equal to negative x plus 10. Divide by 2. I'm almost done. Okay, so this is my second equation. I still go up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now I'm going to go down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2.
What would you do with that?
Yeah.
One.
Oh, and I'm starting to do something that I recommend you not do. Don't draw both lines before you color, because I feel like when you start drawing both lines, then you get them mixed up. So before I go any further, let me color one side or the other, because it's usually easier. So this is greater than, right?
Right.
So what color are we going to use now?
Blue.
Blue again?
Yes.
Okay.
Azul.
Greater than? What?
Azul. Not, you say it so weird.
Azul. Azul.
I know it's
That is right? Oh.
Okay. There we go.
And then guess which one we're gonna use?
Yellow.
Armadillo!
Okay, so on this one, here's my other line.
Not right.
She was close. I'm not even.
Armadillo!
The L is a Y.
I only remember because whenever she said that, I thought of it.
So what color are we using? We're using yellow again? I'm
Armadillo!
going to use the little yellow. So am I coloring, this is my second line. Am I coloring above it or below it? Joel?
Below.
Below, right? So
What is so tiny?
I kind of messed up though. Like I said, you only need to do this positive quadrant because we're not going to have negative pizzas. And so I'm actually going to go back and erase around the edges. So the solutions are going to be in this green area. Now I'm trying to think, can we have fractions or not?
No.
No. So technically they should be little individual dots, whole number, integer dot, or whole number dots for your solution. Well, let me erase this. I'm going to erase this part.
And the part up there.
Yeah, because it's not necessary to have negatives.
It's not.
acids.
Are you all with me while I'm erasing this part? Because we're talking about, I don't know why I'm erasing that. There we go. I meant this, that. Okay.
Just
I didn't
leave
do
it still.
Yeah, this can still be colored in blue. I want Dee to understand though. I want Dee to not be confused by mine.
She can hear you.
I know. So Dee, this is colored in.
So it needs colored in.
Okay. So the solution is green, but it's only going to be whole numbers because they're not going to give you a half of a vegetable topping. I don't think. Would they give you half of a vegetable topping?
Yeah, they cut it.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Wow.
Sometimes on half a pizza they'll give you a vegetable topping.
Like, you know how you get half pepperoni, half
Yes. They did not specify,
Yes.
so we don't know for sure. But the green is going to be your solution.
Or
All right, last one, and then we'll go. So you want to decorate a party hall with a total of at least 40 red and yellow balloons, with a minimum of 25 yellow balloons. Write a graph system of inequalities to model the situation. Emma, do you want to give me an inequality that you might think we could use? Well, actually, look, just so you know, we're going to do red balloons is X, yellow balloons is Y. Okay? Yellow, Y, that works out. Nope. Cameron, got one? X plus Y, so the number of red balloons plus the number of yellow balloons is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to? Greater than or equal to 40. Agreed, guys? Okay. So we did kind of this part right here. Now it says with a minimum of 25 yellow balloons. How would you write that? Yeah. So Y is greater than or equal to, the number of yellow balloons is 25 or greater. Does that make sense? Okay, so this would be pretty quick to graph, except look at, the numbers are big, so I'm going to have to count by fives. So we're counting by fives on our graph. Okay. So the Y is greater than or equal to 25 is going to be right here. Agreed? And what color are we going to do? There's one that's really pretty that we haven't done, and I can't remember what it was.
We're gonna do
Two combinations that actually work really well. The one that makes it red.
Maruna. It's like maroon something. I forgot.
There we go. Okay. What color?
Purple.
Oh, that's brown.
Okay. So it's greater than, so we're going to color above this time. That's kind of interesting.
Oh, that might be.
But I don't really need the negatives, but that's okay. I'll just
There's
do it.
another color. It looks like.
That's rosa. Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying it reminds me of.
Okay, so this one, we're going to rearrange to Y is greater than or equal to negative X plus 40. Everybody with me on this part? Rearranging? So 40, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm up here. And then I'm going to go down 1 over 1. Now, I definitely don't think you can have a half a balloon because it would pop. So I definitely think we need to. Huh?
You have negative on
No. So this is going to be graph greater than or equal to this.
You probably like, well, darn.
So what color do we want to try? Joel, you pick.
Aw.
They're in Spanish.
Yellow armadillo.
Verde.
Armadillo.
Kind of muddy.
You're welcome.
And you have Teenage Mutant Ninja
Who is that? I was Leonardo.
The blue ones?
Okay. So the ugly brownish grayish color is the solution. Thank you, Joel.
Gray is.
Okay.
That
So
looks like the Joker.
we would definitely want to have individual whole numbers
Why?
because you can't have a half a balloon. No, you can't. Not if they're blown up.
You can go to.
It didn't say that the balloon had to be inflated.
That is true.
If you want to have a party with
Unflated balloon.
half deflated balloons, then go ahead.
Oh, unflated.
But there'd be individual whole numbers in there.
Unplated.
Okay. I think that's good. We talked about. There's your assignment.
4.
So
Problem
this is the one
4.
that has
Yes, don't
problem
forget problem 4.
I need to figure out how to sit down.
Ari?
And D, there's a quiz on Tuesday over 2.8, 3.1, and 3.3. Bye.